What's up, everybody? Some of you may know me from my Instagram page, Wilt Reads, and I decided to create a YouTube channel because one thing that I noticed over like reviewing different books and stuff like that on Instagram is that I don't quite get enough time that I would like to talk about different books. I kind of have to dwindle it down into under 3 minutes or so. And I feel like sometimes I just want to talk more about a book I read. I mean, I can easily talk at least 10, 15 minutes about a book I read, depending on what it is. And you just can't really do that on Instagram, not without having the algorithm just destroy you. So on YouTube, I felt like this is more appropriate, right? A little bit long form videos. I love YouTube. I love watching a bunch of YouTube videos and whatnot. There's a lot of great book people out there on the booktubes. So I figured I should start a booktube channel in conjunction with my bookstagram channel as well. So by the way, Wilt Reads here. Um, what type of books you're going to be seeing on this channel is mostly fiction, with definitely more of a lean towards the sci-fi. So I absolutely love all things 40K. First off, that was my jump back into the sci-fi world when I fell back in love with sci-fi. I consumed an exorbitant amount of mostly the Horus Heresy series, but all sorts of other 40K books and everything. I used to have a whole bunch of 40K and Horus Heresy books, and unfortunately, sold them or got rid of them or what have you. I almost had like a whole shelf full of them. Absolutely love 40K, and the hobby itself in the game. But then from there, I fell back in love with Dune. Currently reading through the third book of Dune right now, Children of Dune. I love Dune. And then I kind of jumped into various other sci-fi stories. I found Alistair Reynolds and absolutely loved uh, the Inhibitor series and the other books in that universe, so to speak. And then from there, I discovered Sun Eater. I tried Red Rising. It wasn't for me. It didn't really click for me. So I went over to Sun Eater. I went over to Empire Silence and really fell in love with Empire Silence. It felt more Dune-esque to me. Absolutely love Sun Eater. Can't wait for the last book coming out here soon. Though at the same time, I'm kind of sad. But absolutely love Sun Eater. And as far as other books, you can see some books on my shelf. I've recently started getting into the Stormlight Archives. Brandon Sanderson right here. I just finished the Words of Radiance. We'll be starting Oathbringer soon. But a lot of like OG stuff as well, like Lord of the Rings, of course. And then you got things like A Song of Ice and Fire, though those other two books are probably never going to be released, of course. And then various other things. I like the Southern Reach series. I do like a little bit of horror, but like that kind of horror, nothing too crazy, like Lovecraft kind of stuff, The Fisherman and things like that. I like the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I like a good, light-hearted, fun, wacky book time to time. And then just various other books that I might pick up and really enjoy. I really like Will of the Many, Strength of the Fuse coming out soon. I can't wait for that. And various other books. You can find a lot of that already on my Bookstagram page. Oh, I can't forget Joe Abercrombie, of course. First Law trilogy. I've read the three in between with the Age of Madness at the end, and I've read the Devils. I love Joe Abercrombie. And as far as other types of books, I do like. I have gotten into mangas a lot. Berserk is probably my favorite. But I've liked Akira and Ghost in the Shell as well. As far as other things, video games, I don't really have much time for video games anymore. But I am a huge From Software fanboy. Bloodborne being my favorite, but I love all the Souls, Sekiro, all those games. Those are definitely my favorite ones. And yeah, so that's kind of me all over the place a little bit. And then obviously, I'm a big college football guy, primarily SEC football. Um, but yeah, my interests are all over the place. But as far as books go, you're going to mostly find fiction. If I dive into nonfiction, it's very few and far between. I got some nonfiction, but that typically tends to be very specific history books that are interest of me, or more of the theological, religious books on a rare occasion too, but that's pretty rare. It's not something I commonly go to. I'm more of a fiction guy. So if any of those things that I mentioned interest you at all, great, you're in the right place. The next video that I'm going to post is going to be a long form review of Children of Dune, but then also kind of talk about Dune at large, because I never really got to talk about it in depth with Dune Messiah or Dune on my Bookstagram channel, but I would like to just kind of talk about it at large, so to speak, including Children of Dune once I'm done, which I should be done with the book pretty soon. And then after that, who knows where I'm going to head. I'm two books in this month that I'm looking forward to is primarily, or are primarily, um, Strength of the Few and Shadows Upon Time. And I feel like with my busy work schedule and life and everything like that, that those will probably be the only books I read this month. But maybe I'll squeeze in a little book here and there. We'll see what happens. So, if any of that interests you, great. Smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and all that good stuff. And hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.